Before the towering skyscrapers and bustling freeways, Los Angeles was a dusty frontier transitioning into a metropolis. From dirt roads navigated by horse-drawn buggies to the first underground electric grid and the very last cable car rolling down Spring Street. Witness the forgotten moments that shaped the City of Angels. 1905. Looking west on 4th Street at Main Street stands the iconic Van Nuys Hotel, later known as the Barclay Hotel, on the northwest corner. Across the street on the southwest corner, part of the Farmers and Merchants Bank can be seen, built in 1905. Both buildings still stand today, and in 1985, the Barclay Hotel building was officially designated as Los Angeles Historic Cultural Monument number 288. 1892. A packed street during Columbus Day Parade on October 26th at the intersection of Spring and 2nd Street. In the background, on the northwest corner, stands the Bryson Bone Break Building, while on the left, at the southwest corner, is the B.F. Coulter store, located on the ground floor of the Hollenbeck Hotel. Notice the dense web of overhead wires. Before cables were buried underground, electrical, telephone, and telegraph wires hung high above on poles, creating a truly chaotic street scene. Late 1890s. A view of the 100 block of South Spring Street reveals an overwhelming tangle of overhead wires, primarily from streetcars and telephone lines. On the far left, the corner of the Bryson Block faintly appears. By the early 20th century, tall wooden utility poles were heavily overloaded with power, telegraph, and telephone lines, carrying a massive weight that is truly unimaginable today. 1897. Young boys hop onto a small gasoline-powered streetcar operated by the Mateo Street and Santa Fe Avenue Streetcar Company, traveling along an unpaved Santa Fe Avenue at 9th. The Mateo rail line ran from the intersection of 1st and Santa Fe Avenue south, continuing along Santa Fe Avenue to 4th, using private right-of-way to Mateo, and then along Mateo to 9th. The Los Angeles Railway Company later purchased the Mateo rail line in April 1901. 1898. A vibrant scene on Broadway as pedestrians stroll the bustling street. Flags and banners adorn the buildings in preparation for a parade or local festivities. Spectators gather on the balconies of the Young Men's Christian Association building, watching the lively crowds passing by below. Circa 1895 to 1898, two men stand near a water ditch along the banks of the Los Angeles River, north of Griffith Park. One man leans on a shovel, while horses can be seen in the background behind them, surrounded by trees and calm waters with cattails in the foreground. Originally titled Headwaters of the Los Angeles River in Griffith Park, the actual headwaters are located farther northwest in the San Fernando Valley, California. Circa 1890, looking northwest over an unpaved Figueroa Street, notice the water-filled ditch, the Zanja, along the west side of Figueroa Street with pedestrian walkways crossing in front of each large house. A two-story Victorian home stands on the left, followed to the right by a single-story clapboard cottage with a porch, and to the left of this cottage, a windmill rises in the distance. Circa 1895, a view along Figueroa Street near 23rd Street shows the open Zanja water canal and pedestrians walking along the sidewalk past homes with spacious front lawns. Early Los Angeles relied on open ditches for water, though pollution was a constant issue from waste dumped directly into them. By the 1880s and 1890s, piped domestic water was introduced in wealthy neighborhoods, while open ditches were used only for irrigation until underground pipes completely replaced them in 1902. Circa 1996, a bicycle race underway on Western Avenue just north of Santa Monica Avenue. Western Avenue received its name because it originally served as the westernmost boundary of the city of Los Angeles in the 19th century, before early 20th century annexations expanded the city much farther west. 1898. Looking north on Main Street with the Baker Block rising in the background. Pedestrians can be seen crossing the streetcar tracks on Main Street right in front of the Ducommun building. Standing tall in the center of the image is one of the city's original 150-foot electric streetlight masts.
Circa 1890. A panoramic view of downtown Los Angeles looking north from Spring and First Street. In the background stands the County Courthouse with its prominent clock tower on Pound Cake Hill, the former site of the high school. To the center right is the Phillips Block, the second four-story building erected in Los Angeles, built in 1887. Most structures are two- or three-story brick buildings with rooftops showing, featuring visible business signs such as Henry J.A. Stir, OK Rosedale Whiskies, Native Wines and Brandies, Waverly, Best to Buy, the Laurent Block, and the Los Angeles ABC Tract Company. Circa 1905. A view of Aliso Street in downtown Los Angeles with signs displaying buildings for Griffin's Transfer and Storage Company and Café des Alpes, located next to the Eden Hotel, situated on opposite corners of Aliso and Alameda Street. A Pacific Electric streetcar sign reads Sierra Madre, and both automobiles and horse-drawn carriages can be seen sharing the dirt road. 1899. A panoramic view of Los Angeles looking west on Aliso Street, seen on the right, from the Meyer Brewing Company. Residential buildings dominate the foreground. Horse-drawn carriages can be seen parked along the right curb. The tall building featuring a clock tower in the center is the Los Angeles County Courthouse. The other towering building on the upper right, which also has a clock tower, is Los Angeles High School. 1899. A panoramic view of Los Angeles looking west along Aliso Street from the Meyer Brewing Company. Residential buildings fill most of the foreground, while horse-drawn carriages remain parked along the right curb. The tall structure with a prominent clock tower in the upper left is the Los Angeles County Courthouse. The other towering building on the upper right, also crowned with a clock tower, is Los Angeles High School. Circa 1900. A view looking northeast aligned with Aliso Street as seen from the County Courthouse. Aliso Street did not extend past Los Angeles Street until the 1940s. Notice the large storage tank on the right side of Aliso Street. It is a gas storage holder, also known as a gasometer, installed by the Los Angeles Gas and Electric Corporation at the turn of the century. Circa 1899. A view of Division 1 of the Los Angeles Railway featuring horse-drawn maintenance wagons facing Central Avenue south of 6th Street. This historic site is still in operation today. The Los Angeles Railway System, operating from 1895 to 1945 and known as the Yellow Cars, provided streetcar transit along central city streets, connecting downtown with neighborhoods within a 6-mile radius. 1900. Shown here is streetcar number 161, a vintage car that served the Main Street and Agricultural Park route, with Elysian Park in the background. Streetcar number 161 was built in 1898 and later scrapped in 1933. At its peak in 1924, the system expanded to roughly 642 miles of track. Henry E. Huntington operated the railway until his passing in 1927, and in 1945, the Huntington family sold the Los Angeles Railway to Los Angeles Transit Lines. 1897, the powerhouse and main office of the Los Angeles Traction Company, located at the southwest corner of 12th and Georgia Bell. A group of 30 men in uniform, wearing wool coats and kepi caps, stand outside the arched windows of the Traction building. Identified among them are Al Clifford, a police department lieutenant, and Y.C. Knapp, the mustachioed gentleman in the back row. The brick building features tall, narrow arched windows with a sign reading Los Angeles Traction Company above the entrance, while in the far distance on the far left, telephone poles recede along a wooden fence. Circa 1899, a streetcar of the Los Angeles Traction Company at the intersection of East 1st and Fresno, with Evergreen Cemetery in the background. Standing with the car are the motorman, conductor, and track sweeper, as well as two young boys sitting on the rear steps. Soon, the car will depart for its western terminus at Adams and Western Avenue, traveling via Fresno, East 4th, Merrick, Stevenson, now Traction Avenue, East 3rd, Hill Street, 8th, Figueroa, 11th, Georgia Street, 16th, now Venice Boulevard, Burlington Avenue, Hoover, 24th, Normandy Avenue, and West Adams. Circa 1900, a view of the John Anson Bullard Building at Spring and Court Street looking north on Spring Street. Across the street on the southeast corner sits the Southern California Savings Bank. Streetcar tracks can be seen along Spring Street with a horse-drawn carriage parked on the left. At the top of the tower, an illuminated sign advertises a bar inside the building. Circa 1900, a peaceful view of the Old Plaza Church seen across the Los Angeles Plaza. A few men relax on the park benches while palm trees and lush greenery shade the pathway. In the background, Los Angeles High School, at its second location, built in 1891 on Fort Moore Hill, can clearly be seen in relation to the plaza and the historic church. 1900, looking northwest at the historic Downey Block, situated at the northwest corner of Main and Temple Street. A streetcar travels on the tracks right in front of the building on the right, while several pedestrians stroll across the intersection. The Downey Block was demolished in 1904, and since then, this street corner became home to two federal buildings, the Federal Building and Post Office from 1910 to 1937, and the U.S. Courthouse and Post Office Building from 1940 to the present. Circa 1890, a view looking east down unpaved 4th Street from Hill Street. This scene captures downtown Los Angeles in a moment of transition where daily commerce relied entirely on horse-drawn carriages delivering goods to local shops. On the northeast corner of Hill and 4th stands the Brighton Hotel, featuring the Mushka grocery store on the ground floor beneath a long awning protecting shoppers from the sun and dust. In the distance, the Grant Building rises as one of the area's first notable landmarks. Circa 1888, a postcard view looking north on Spring Street from 1st Street. On the northeast corner to the right stands the Los Angeles National Bank Building. Down the block on the center left is the Phillips Block, built in 1887 in the French Renaissance style, housing the main tenant Hamburger and Sons People's Store. In the far distance, the main dome of the Baker Block on Main Street is visible. Notice the horse-drawn streetcars, which operated from 1874 to 1888. Circa 1990, a vibrant view looking north on a bustling Spring Street from 1st Street. A portion of the Nadeau Hotel, built in 1882 as the first 4-story building in Los Angeles, can be seen in the far left at the southwest corner of 1st and Spring. Across the street on the northwest corner sits the Laurent Block, while a large sign for Hamburger's department store appears atop the 4-story Phillips Block, built in 1887, in the center. On the right, at the northeast corner, is the Los Angeles National Bank, also built in 1887, which is the site of City Hall today. Notice that electric streetcars have now replaced the horse-drawn cars seen previously. 1896, the passing of the torch. A new electric streetcar is seen running side by side with a cable car at the intersection of Spring and First Street in downtown Los Angeles. Cable cars, first introduced in the 1880s, had a brief existence in the city. Just 16 years after Los Angeles celebrated its first cable railway line as a technological marvel, the very last cable car rolled down Spring Street and faded into history, replaced by modern electric streetcars, looking south. 1897, the Nadeau Hotel, showcasing the entire southwest corner at First and Spring Street, now the site of the iconic Los Angeles Times building. Built in 1882, it was the first four-story structure in Los Angeles. A paved cobblestone street is visible, filled with horses, horse-drawn carriages, automobiles, electric streetcars, and pedestrians. A prominent hotel sign sits atop the roof corner, while the hotel proudly advertised that it was heated by F.E. Brown's hot air furnace with available testimonials. 1896, Spring Street looking south from Temple Street. Horse-drawn carriages are mainly parked along the curbs, while pedestrians cross the cable car tracks. The two largest buildings visible in the distance are the Nadeau Hotel at the southwest corner of First and Spring, and the more elaborately decorated Phillips Block at 25 to 37 North Spring Street. The tower seen behind the Nadeau Hotel is City Hall, built in 1888 on Broadway. 1890, the view looking northwest from atop the Los Angeles County Courthouse, located at the southeast corner of Temple and Broadway. The original Los Angeles High School, relocated in 1887, can be seen in the center of the image. The new Los Angeles High School, built in 1891, stands to the right of center. In the foreground, the Temperance Temple, home of the Women's Christian Temperance Union, occupies the northwest corner of Temple and Broadway. 1890, the Temperance Temple of the Women's Christian Temperance Union is seen here on the northwest corner of Broadway and Temple Street at 301 North Broadway. A horse-drawn carriage passes right by a two-car Temple Street cable railway train navigating through the busy intersection. Circa 1900. A gathering of the San Francisco Fire Department and band assembled in front of the Los Angeles County Courthouse at the southeast corner of Temple and Broadway, with the Temperance Temple across the street. In the far upper right, the tower of Los Angeles High School is visible. On the left stands a clear view of the Clifton Boarding House at 232 to 233 North Broadway, and the Rivers Brothers grocery store at Broadway and Temple, while the small house directly above their sign sits on North Hill Street. 1900. A panoramic view looking north from atop the County Courthouse, located at Temple and Broadway. The tall building with the prominent clock tower is Los Angeles High School. The historic Broadway Tunnel would be excavated straight through Fort Moore Hill at the end of Broadway on the center right, within 1 year after this photograph was taken. Circa 1905, looking south on Broadway toward Temple Street, showing the Los Angeles County Courthouse on the southeast corner and the prominent tower of Los Angeles City Hall, built in 1888, visible in the distance. 1890. A stunning view of the Los Angeles County Courthouse shortly after completion. A two-car train of the Temple Street Cable Railway can be seen running along Temple Street, heading west toward Broadway, with New High Street, later known as Spring Street, on the left. Circa 1897. Looking northwest on Winston Street toward the intersection with Main Street. A crew of Edison electric workers is laying conduit for one of the earliest underground electrical distribution systems in Los Angeles. The building on the right, featuring 2 arched windows and a restaurant, is the Main Street Savings Bank building at the northeast corner of Main and Winston. 1890s. A view looking north on Main Street showing horse-drawn carriages, streetcars, and pedestrians sharing the roadway. The large building with awnings on the right is the Government Building, located at the southeast corner of Winston and Main Street. Further north, at the northeast corner of Winston and Main Street, stands the Main Street Savings Bank Building. Further down the street is the Westminster Hotel with its prominent tower. Circa 1995. A view looking north along Main Street from 5th Street. In the distance, the Westminster Hotel is visible. The United States Government Building, which housed the Los Angeles Post Office, is the brick structure on the right with window awnings. 1890. The corner of 4th and Main Street looking north. On the left stands the I.W. Hellman's Mansion, and on the right is the Westminster Hotel, designed by Robert B. Young before its expansion. 1890. A panoramic view looking north along Main Street at 4th Street from the Westminster Hotel. In the far distance on the left, the tower of City Hall at 226 South Broadway can be seen, while St. Viviana's Cathedral stands at the southeast corner of Main and 2nd Street. 1906. A view looking west on 4th Street at the intersection with Main Street. 2 men are seen riding in an open-topped automobile traveling north on Main Street through the intersection. The neoclassical style Farmers and Merchants Bank can be seen on the left at the southwest corner, and the Van Nuys Hotel on the right at the northwest corner. These rare historic photographs reveal how rapidly Los Angeles transformed at the turn of the 20th century. Every corner, every streetcar track, and every demolished landmark paved the way for modern history. If you loved this journey back in time, hit that like button, subscribe to Old Photo History, and comment below which historic landmark surprised you the most. Thank you for riding along with Old Photo History. If you love exploring the past with us, a small tip via Super Thanks would be a huge motivation, going a long way in helping us discover and produce even more engaging historical content.